Welcome to the fans' village here at Alexandra Palace for the William Hill World Darts Championship. This is on the wire, building up to the fourth night of action here. I had to count there. It seems like we've been here a long time. My name's Dan Dawson. What's your full title?
Behave yourself, get on with it.
Okay, Jamie Banks from the PDC who's here already. Right, we've got loads of stuff coming up for you. A full night of action, including one of the big guns gunning for the title. We've got a really stupid game to play, and you can win a t-shirt. But first off, we want to have a look back at last night. So the big draw last night was obviously the favourite for the title, Michael van Gerwen. Bang! Do it. Oh, I have control over this screen. I know I can do it. There it is. There we go. Look, Michael van Gerwen.
Rubbish.
All right. Beat Alan Taban 3-1. He was made to work hard for it. 107 average in the first set. Very impressive, Jamie, especially considering what happened on his walk-on where he got coated in somebody's drink.
Yeah, look, Michael van Gerwen always has been, and I presume always will be, a credit to himself and a credit to the sport. He dealt with it very well. The person involved was removed. The PDC doesn't condone any kind of behaviour like that. Michael van Gerwen was unbelievably good to get on with it and just do the job. And despite what anyone says, he did his media straight away, straight after, got on with everything. He played very well. And who's to say, Dan Dawson, he won't be lifting that trophy come the end?
Well, he is the favourite to do so. Michael van Gerwen was taking pictures and celebrating with the fans. You'll get to do the same tonight with the big stars in action. But this afternoon, we saw a few games as well. Here we are, Brendan Dolan against Yuan Jun Liu. Yuan Jun Liu only got the one leg, the Chinese qualifier. Brendan doing the business. It's fair to say China right now is not that far in its development where it can send a player who's that competitive. But they only want to look at, say, Germany, where the game has exploded in the last 5 years. They are competitive. That's the model to follow, isn't it?
Well, you say it very, very often. The Germans are coming. Well, hopefully in a few years' time, the Chinese will be coming. They're getting better and better. We saw that in Shanghai this year. They're getting more competitive and closer to the top players. It's going to take time. The PDC are willing to give time, and with the tour over there as well, who's to say in a few years' time we won't have someone competing at the highest level?
Well, look, Gabriel Clemens
as well from Dolan. I've just got to add that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he didn't like the Christmas-themed dart shirt. Not for you. Fair enough. Hey, look, different strokes, different folks. Gabriel Clemens with his new dart shirt, the German, first game up, he won his game. Willie O'Connor won his game as well, both straight sets. And then, game of the tournament so far, last one on this afternoon, five-time major finalist Dave Chisnell, 2 sets down to Josh Payne, who is averaging 109 for those first 2 sets. And Chizzy found a way to turn it around. That was mad, wasn't it, Jamie?
Well, Chizzy did the busy in the end, but where's he been for the last however many months? He's such a good player, Dave Chisnell. The amount of 180s that he bangs in continuously. It's been a couple of years, really, since we've seen the best of him. This is the place to do it if you are going to find your form again. But a word for Josh Payne as well. You've got to feel for him. He's getting better and better, and he can't be that far off getting deeper in these tournaments.
Look, he's absolutely crestfallen, understandably, Josh Payne, after losing that. Now, look, that's what we've had already. So, Gabriel Clemens, Willie O'Connor, Brendan Dolan, and Dave Chisnell all through. That's what you've got tonight. We're going to get to that in a bit. But first, and you'll hate this, but I love it, we're going to play a really stupid game. We got a player. Who wants to get involved? Who wants to win a t-shirt? You? Yeah? Come on, come on up. Leave your drink. Drinks and electronics do not mix.
What is this you're about to do?
Right, okay, so...
I'm
panicked. Come here. Stand it. Get out of the way, Jamie. Right. What's your name, fella?
Glenn.
Been to the darts before?
No.
This might not go well. We'll see. Right, okay. I have got one of the top players...
Wait. That's impressive, to be fair.
Hang on, you don't like Brendan Dolan's gear, but you like that?
Well, he's not playing.
Right, okay, fair enough. Look, I've got one of the actual players in the biggest darts tournament in the world to rap about another player in this tournament, and you're going to have to guess who he's rapping about. You understand that?
Yeah.
Right, okay. You win this lovely t-shirt. I realise you've already got some nice threads, but this will give you another option, okay? I don't know if it's going to fit you, no, but we'll see. So, what I'm going to do, I'll ask you to take a couple of steps back, because ladies and gentlemen, this is going back to our roots and On The Wire. This is real low-rent nonsense stuff. This is Max Hip Hop.
Fake records. My dog is bigger than Max.
He won 10 titles in a single year, and every single one he had silly hair. His clothes aren't one that you can really miss, and his nickname's something that you might hear hiss.
Bigger than Max, ha, Max, ha, Ox, ha.
MC Richard North, ladies and gentlemen.
How
Come
did you
on.
get them to do things like that? Why
Honestly,
did you get them to do things
Richard
like that?
North, and this is something you might want to take away. Richard North, competitor in this tournament. If you put a camera on him,
Winner in
he will
this
do
tournament.
anything you ask, anything at all. It's like he's a simpleton. Glenn, come in. Right, okay. Do you hear MC Northy there, spitting them bars?
Bars, yeah. Pure bars.
Okay, right. So, here, ones you can really miss. I think you're getting there. And he's nicknamed something that you might hear hiss. Give us the answer.
Phil Taylor.
Peter Wright. Sorry, say that again. Peter Wright.
Peter Snake by Right, he says. Let's find out, MC Northy.
Fake records.
My Dutch is
Bigger than Max, ha, Max, ha, Ox, ha.
Peter Wright.
Max, ha, Max, ha, Ox, ha.
Superb stuff. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Peter Snake by Right, MC Northy. And the thing is, I know he'll do it again for us if we want. That's how...
When you asking Van Gerwen to do that?
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet. We'll see. Look, aside from that, we have some celebrities here. We get celebrities here all the time.
Which one?
Not the one you were harassing from Love Island the other day. We had some... Here we go. Look. Danny Rose, Kieran Trippier, Spurs and England footballers, absolutely love the darts. Both down here last night. He's a Spurs fan. He wants to harass them almost as much as some of our other guests. But they were here last night and they love the darts. William Hill went to find out who they think's going to win.
I think Rob Cross will win the darts championship this year because he won it last year. He was the underdog, and I'm backing him to win again.
I think Michael van Gerwen will win the darts championship. You know, over the years he's been very good, and it'll be a tough one though because I was there last year when Rob Cross won it. So, but I've got to go with Van Gerwen. He's consistent, and I think he'll win this year's darts championship.
Two things.
Okay.
One,
Yes.
not sure about those Christmas jumpers.
Okay.
Two, how do you like Danny Rose's reasoning there?
Listen, people sit around analysing stat after stat after stat, going, this many 180s, this many check. I'm going with Rob Cross because he won it last year. Magnificent.
Fair enough.
And I'm not going to argue with any Tottenham player.
Well, okay, so they've predicted that either Rob Cross or Michael van Gerwen are going to win it, but they also made another prediction last night. Kieran Trippier and the world #1 Michael van Gerwen have got a bet on, and it's about the upcoming Nations League game into football next year, England and the Netherlands. Whoever wins that, well, I'll show you. This was filmed last night.
Okay, okay. Hand on heart. It's on camera. It's on camera. It's on camera. It's on camera. If we get beat, I'll take you from Neil and Novikov. If you get beat, I'll take me from Neil.
Right. I don't even know what Novikov. Do you know it? Have you been?
I don't get paid enough to go to
No,
places like that.
I eat exclusively at that burrito van, but I hear it's quite good.
Van Gerwen hoping the waiter doesn't make too many mistakes and brings the right things at the right time.
There you go. See, that's a joke from
Banter.
Jamie Banks there. That was good. Right, tonight, Peter Wright is the big draw. We've already seen Van Gerwen win, Gary Anderson win, Rob Cross win.
Yes.
He's the other one of the big four. It's been inconsistent this year from him, hasn't it?
Yep.
But his highlight was in Australia, where you were.
I was there.
And you spoke to him, right?
I did.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Okay.
So this is Spoon. He does like to hold on, so he feels nice and safe.
Oh, he's gripping on tight.
What weighs more, the koala or that German Masters trophy that you won last year? That was the biggest thing I've ever seen.
The koala does, actually. So fluffy.
I want to talk about sort of the last year, 18 months, because not that long ago, you were winning loads of tournaments, confidence was high. He was saying, Michael van Gerwen, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
It sort of petered off a little bit. Was that a confidence factor? Was there something wrong with the game? I know you had a bit of some health troubles as well, so was it all just a combination of that coming together?
I think so, yeah. I think it's more down to the health. You know, I was quite worried at the time because I normally try and practice near enough every day, and I was missing out on my practice, so that just hit me big time.
It's a loss of routine.
Yeah, yeah. Every year for about 2 weeks I lose how to play darts.
Yeah, you've said that before, haven't you?
And it just goes. It just goes. I can't explain it, it just goes. And I know. Changing all of them sets of darts as well, different setups, helps me to get rid of the bad, negative.
So that's a mental thing, not...
I presume
you
it is.
often talk about, oh, I'm tinkering this to make it fly like this, or speed and all that.
Yeah, but
the main thing is
well.
just to get rid of a bad experience.
Yeah, get rid of that, because then you go on to another set, you try. These black ones are one in Melbourne.
So you've got to keep them, surely?
I don't know, they fly all right. I haven't changed them since.
Your manufacturer must be, what's a nice way of saying really annoyed by you?
Yeah, I'm a nightmare, yeah.
We're going to have a look at some kangaroos?
Yeah, let's go and have a look. Want some more? Yay. How cool.
A year ago, you used to look down a camera and say, Michael van Gerwen, I'm coming for you, I'm going to be world #1. Is that belief still in there? Does it still exist?
Oh yeah, it's not Michael you got to beat. I know how to beat Michael. It's just whether the right Peter Wright turns up.
Amazing day out we've had today, and you get to do these amazing things, and if it weren't for darts, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, exactly. I've come here and it's been amazing. I've held a koala in my hands and seen amazing animals, fed some kangaroos. You know, it's all down to the dart.
I want one last thing out of you. Will you be the world champion one day?
I'll be world champion this year.
There you go. I will be world champion this year. That's what Peter Wright says. Do you believe him, Jamie Banks?
I believe that he believes it's true. I'm not necessarily sure, based on his form, whether it's as close as he might think. But look, a lot of players will come up and say, look, I'm not just here to make up the numbers. And I think realistically in their head, they have an idea of roughly where they think they should be. He, regardless of form, will 100% believe he is going to win this event. And he has played some of his best stuff on this stage before, so if he can find that again, then who's to doubt him? But it hasn't been a good year, and perhaps, now you can have an opinion here, has tinkering with his darts too often finally caught up with him?
No, I don't think so, to be honest.
Okay,
We've seen him win stuff with loads of different sets of darts, and Peter Snape, all right, this year, has beaten Michael van Gerwen on telly as much as
he knows
anybody.
how to beat Michael
He knows how to beat Michael van Gerwen, that's what he says.
So. He has a formula.
Well, look, let's show you what we've got tonight, then. Peter Wright versus Tony Alcinas, the Spanish #2, who's already won a game on this stage so far, the William Hill World Championship. That will round things off. Luke Humphries, Adam Hunt. Luke Humphries, fantastic young player. This lad is going places in the game. Adam Hunt hasn't been on this stage before, even though he's only 25. He's been talked about as a player with potential for years, and this is the first time he's qualified for it. It could be really good, that.
That should be a good game. You mentioned there Adam Hunt. He is still young, but he has been around a while. And I think he's starting to notice that. And he knows that it's becoming that point where he has to now make a statement. And the William Hill World Darts Championship, what a place to make it.
Right. Matthew Edgar. This man, well, look, he's been great on social media.
He's good on YouTube.
He's excellent on YouTube,
Will he be
Matthew
good on the
Edgar.
stage?
But this man has been excellent on the Euro Tour, the Scandinavian Tour, Lithuania's #1, Darius Labanauskas. He's got a fancy new dart shirt that makes him look like a Battenberg cake. But don't let that fool you. He is a quality player. Matt Edgar's going to have his work cut out for him, isn't he?
Absolutely. Again, another one of those games in the first round where you look at it and go, this could go deep. This could be another 3-2. We've had quite a few of them so far. We might have another one tonight.
This is the one you like, though, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
This is the one you like. Paul Lim. There we go, Paul Lim fans here in the fans' village. The Singapore slinger, the legend, a man in his 60s, nearly 30 years ago.
He's not in his 60s. He has no age.
He's timeless.
He is timeless.
He's timeless.
That last year was one of my favourite things ever, and probably would have been my favourite thing ever had he hit double 12.
Rod Studd, the Sky commentator, said it would have been the most amazing 9-darter you have ever seen.
Fire up the TARDIS.
Yeah, exactly. almost 30 years on from it in the first World Championship 9 darter. He is back. He's come through the Asian Tour, which has been a massive success this year.
Ross Smith can play, though.
Look, Ross Smith, he's had a year or two away not playing. He's come back and been very, very impressive in a kind of low-key, stealthy way. That could be good as well. That's what we got. 2 young guns going at it. Matthew Edgar and Darius Labanauskas, which I think, again, it could be a sneaky good game, that. Paul Lim, the legend, against Ross Smith. And this man, one of the favourites for the title, Peter Snakebite Wright.
It's going to be good.
Against Spain's number 2, Tony Alcinas, a man who is no stranger to causing shocks on big stages in World Cup. In World Championship as well. He had a run to the last 16 last year. That's your menu for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Delicious stuff.
Delicious. You like it?
Nom, nom, nom.
Tuck in.